Okay, hi everyone. My name is Hannah Travis, and I'm doing the review video for the article that we had to read. I chose the one about mosquitoes, the Science versus Mosquitoes, reserved by Stewart Science versus Mosquito. So this basically is about controlling one of the world's most dangerous animals and how it takes on a new urgency by doing this. Um, the Zika virus is basically a mosquito-borne virus that you can get by being bitten by a mosquito that has contracted this virus, and it's one that's it can be very can make you very sick and can even be very fatal. Um, they're actually trying to control the population of these mosquitoes, but um, it really won't be that hard. But there's so many of them, it's hard to kill the entire species, if that makes sense. Um, it's unclear whether or not we can even eradicate these pests right now. But I actually a place that carries these mosquitoes is it's in the Americas, South and Central America, and one place specifically is Guatemala. And I've actually been to Guatemala the past 2 years, and we've gone without any problems. But they did have a malaria outbreak one of the years, and this we're actually supposed to go in this coming summer, but there was a Zika virus outbreak, so we weren't allowed to go. Just to keep us safe from those mosquitoes, and that we wouldn't contract it and bring it back to the United States, and that causes a whole new problem here. But Guatemala is very common to these mosquitoes there, and I actually am not allowed to give blood whenever I go because recently been out of the country in a malaria Zika infested country. So for the next year, I'm not allowed to give blood at all because I was in that area. But they said it's the most difficult mosquito in the Americas to control. Um, the resistance to major pesticides and its unusual biology full many standard control measures. Some scientists have developed high-tech control approaches, and other specialists are going back to the basics to search for basically a vulnerability that has been overlooked. Um, there's actually about 3,500 species with a wide range of idiosyncrasies. Um, some species actually will not even drink your blood, but as a group, the mosquitoes are among the most dangerous animals on Earth, claiming more than 400,000 lives a year just from spreading the malaria. So these things are not very good animals. They're not nice. I'm actually allergic to them, and when I get bitten, my legs it swells up really bad. So I try to stay away from these animals as much as I possibly can. Um, Researchers propose that several species might actually spread the Zika virus depending on their location. It was suspected in a previous outbreak in Micronesia and Polynesia and French Polynesia. In the Americas, epidemiologists are watching two widespread invasives, and that's the Asian tiger mosquito as well as the notorious A. aegypti. I guess that's how you say it. They're native to Africa. They're frequent to tree holes, and they suck blood from other animals. So you don't really have to worry about them getting the blood from you, but other animals. Um, they're worldwide invaders. However, some have been domesticated, so they bite almost exclusively humans, and they live almost exclusively within feet of humans. So they're around us all the time. We may not even see them, but they're there. Um, for many mosquitoes, blood is actually for motherhood. They usually drink one drink per batch of eggs. So the insects meet every day. The energy it needs with plant sugars such as flower, nectar. However, the females sip blood often, raising the chances of passing on the disease. So basically, it's the females that are causing the issues. Um, they're unusually adept at extracting energy from blood instead of nectar. A common way to fight these mosquitoes, maybe wondering how I'm supposed to get rid of them. Basically, just spraying pesticides from trucks or in aircraft, but spraying often does little to holding up in houses, or resting on clothing in closets, or hiding under your own bed. So, and you can't really count on nighttime protection from these bed nets. So the A. aegypti readily bite during the day. So basically, just spray yourself down with whatever kind of insect fighting propellant that you have, and that's why you see these big airplanes that fly over and spray pesticide that's trying to kill the mosquitoes. Mosquitoes generally go through their first life stage in water, and the Aegypti needs only a little container. So they basically did an inspector on house by house quest, and they put it in a bucket, old tires, a Fritos bag, a kayak, and plant saucers by the dozens. The human versus mosquito battle isn't all door to door. The company Oxitec is based in the United Kingdom. Basically, the Aegypti mosquitoes carry their genes that cause their offspring to die. So the efforts to sterilize these mosquitoes may improve with advances in CRISPR to cut and paste these genes, and advance in the genetics of sex determination last year opens new possibilities for refining sterile male releases. So basically, we're working actively to try to get rid of this species. They're very dangerous, and they can hurt you and kill you possibly. And they're working really hard to get rid of this species, but it's really difficult because there's so many, and there's so many different species of these animals. The scent of a human actually attracts enormous amorous male mosquitoes, which fly nearby until a female arrives looking for a blood meal. So perfumes and different types of fruity sprays really attract these mosquitoes, and that's really an issue. Personally, I wear perfume all the time, and I'm getting bitten constantly, so it's probably my fault because I'll tend to wash my hair with fruity different types of shampoos and conditioners, and I spray perfume on. So I'm a very good target for these mosquitoes. It says the mosquitoes actually synchronize one of the wing beat overtones, and they're actually singing to each other. It says that's their way of courting, so they're singing to each other to attract each other, basically. And also, these mosquitoes only mate one time in their entire life, so take notes, people. It says that they offer lab females a second chance to mate with the collaborating labs genetically engineered males that produce fluorescent red sperm. In lab conditions, reproductive tracts says that a low percentage of females showed red in their reproductive tract, indicating that they had mated twice. So this agrees with the observations of what looks like occasional second matings in the wild. Millions of dollars are going into mass releases of sterile competitors to local fertile males. Females' willingness takes on a new importance. So biologists are basically trying to come up with some new way to eradicate this species. If they did come up with this, then humans would have to decide whether or not to use it. And aside from moral questions, I guess, removing any types of species from the environment would have very unexpected risks and consequences. The weighing of arguments will differ species by species, even for mosquitoes, but the human-seeking form is a relative newcomer to the Americas. So in this area of Zika, other rampant mosquito-borne diseases, whether to blast the mosquito out of the hemisphere should it ever be possible might not be really a hard decision at all. To me, in my personal opinion, I find that it would not be a bad idea to get rid of these animals, only because I think that they're doing more harm than good. So that is my video on the web video for the article that we had to do, and I hope you've all learned something from this and that this was helpful for y'all. So.